Girlies, welcome to Drop the Details, the official podcast for the ambitious girlies stepping into their pretty and powerful era. I'm Eb, just a girlie who answered the call, and I'm going to show you how to write the vision, make it plain, and then turn it into your reality, babe. We're going to break down the mindset, the materials, and the methods that turn a glow up into a lifestyle. If it's your first time here, welcome to the new girlies, and if it's not, girl, you already know the vibes. So come on in, get comfortable, and let's get into the details. I know we always hear that God's voice is unlike no other. And girlies, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I can definitely agree with that. When I first heard God's voice, it was very clear, but it was strong, and I knew that it was Him. I knew that it was Him. Now, get your head out the movies, because it's not going to be like you're going to just hear this voice talking to you and you're going to just kind of stop and it's going to be loud enough for everybody else to hear. It's going to come to you when you are sitting in silence. And whether that's something that you did intentionally, meaning that you made the choice to sit in silence and read your Bible and spend some time with Him at a certain part of the day, or you may be fasting, or you simply may just be sitting in silence on your way to work or sitting in silence after work. I sit a lot in silence on the way to work because it's about a 45-minute ride for me, and I truly have come to cherish that time. I sit there and I just allow myself to think, but it's not an intense thinking. It's more of a calm thinking. I'm just there. I'm letting thoughts flow in and flow out, and I'm praying. I'm talking to God. I'm asking Him, about certain things. I'm praying for certain things, and then my mind starts to play out these things, right? I start to kind of envision certain things, and I know that's when God is talking to me, because these are things that I have been praying for or talking to Him about, and He'll send me different visions or different messages. And sometimes when I'm praying and in my head, I'll be praying and then I'll hear this voice. Now, again, this voice is strong, but it's not like a ghostly voice or anything like that, or a voice that, that's a character. You'll hear this voice and it'll say something, and it'll speak directly to what it is that you're praying for or that you've been kind of journaling about. So I highly suggest that if you have not taken the time to sit in silence, that you do so before 2026. I think that it will help you when you are starting to envision, write the vision to make it plain for 2026. I think it'll help you because first, I think you need to hear what God's vision is for you. And once you are able to kind of hear what that vision is, then you can start to envision what that looks like. Is this a person who is about to go back to school? Is this a person who's about to change careers? Are you about to take one of your hobbies and turn them into a business? What is it that you want for yourself in 2026? Do you want better relationships? Do you want a better relationship with yourself, with God? What is it that you want? I think that we need to go back to writing things down. When you write it on pen and paper, it makes it permanent, right? But let me not say that. I don't want to say it makes it permanent, because I do believe that blueprints are living and breathing documents, that things can change. You can pivot. Pivot is something I do a lot. I am not slow to pivot. If something isn't working and I know that it's not working and I've prayed on it and God says pivot here, I'm pivoting. But I think that when I write it down on pen and paper, it becomes real to me, because it actually becomes my thoughts and my visions on paper. Sometimes I draw things out. Sometimes I get on Canva and I think things out, and I kind of piece together pictures and things. I really just wholeheartedly believe in writing a vision and making it plain. And when you do that, after you've kind of sat in silence with God, and even after, before and after, you should be sitting in silence. I think that you'll have a clearer understanding of what it is that you are working towards. I think sometimes we lose the focus because we don't have that clear vision. And that's what I truly start to believe in, intentional details. And those are things that remind us of what we're working towards. So whether it's a vision board, or whether it's a picture on your phone, like a screensaver, or whether it's affirmations that you have posted on your mirror, whatever it is that you have that you intentionally put in your line of sight every day is an intentional detail. Because again, it's going to help you to envision what it is that you are fighting for. Is going to continue to remind you, right? So when you are feeling down and feeling discouraged, it's going to remind you like, oh, you know what? I'm fighting towards this. Or let me remember this word. This is the word that I'm kind of holding on to for the year or the quarter or the month. Who says you have to have a word of the year? You can have a word of the quarter, a word of the day, a word of the week. Whatever it is that you need to support you in fighting for your goals and what you want. Make 2026 the year about you, but get very clear on what that means. You're about to step into your pretty and powerful era, and it's going to require some things from you. You're going to have to be obedient. You're going to have to be disciplined. You're going to have to come out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to get comfortable with being alone. You're going to have to get comfortable with being in chaos, because sometimes growth is chaotic. It's so many different things going on, and you can lose track really quick of what's happening. God said when he moved, he didn't say that he was going to move slow. He said it's going to be fast. And sometimes that can knock you off your feet. You speaking to the choir, girlie, because I am experiencing that right now. God is moving so fast in my life that he's literally, I can't keep up. But I've had to remind myself, sit back in silence. Ask God for what it is that you need to be able to walk into this era. Accept it. Answer the call. And then I always say, well, I've already answered the call. Yes, I accept the mission. Did I really? Because I accepted the mission, but I didn't follow the instructions that came with the mission. I'm not carrying out those things. I'm getting easily discouraged, easily distracted. I'm not carrying out the mission. I accepted it, but I'm not executing it. And that's the problem that some of us girlies have as well. We do really well with vision, right? Some of us do really well with vision. We can see the vision. We can map it all out, project management, all of that kind of good stuff. But when it comes to the execution, that's where we struggle. We struggle because we don't have anybody else that kind of sees the vision. God didn't give them the vision, girlie. He gave it to you. And as much as you want to share that vision and you want to get that constant gratification, and you want that acceptance from your friends and your family members, and you want them to see the mission too and say, yeah, girlie, that's a really good thing, and I fully support you. That's not going to happen all the time. It's just not. And I'm here to tell you, sometimes it is going to be very, very lonely on the way to the top. But some of you guys have to understand that some of you all are trees. And that when you are a tree, you're going to grow regardless. If the environment is right, your leaps and bounds, they have no boundaries. You're going to be able to go as tall as you want to go, right? Be as beautiful as you want to be. And you're going to stand out. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. That's very uncomfortable. But you have to remember, some of you guys are trees. And sometimes people around you are what we call weeds. And whether they die off naturally or, they're pulled out or yanked out of your environment, they got to go. Weeds in no way, no how are healthy for where you are trying to go. So remember that. When you're getting ready to step into this new era, you're becoming her. And becoming her is going to cost you. I'm talking about family, friends, energy, time, and most importantly, your comfort zone. It's going to require some things from you. Consistency, discipline, obedience, and you're going to have to learn some new things. Trust in the process, learning to sit in silence, and you're going to have to accept that growth is sometimes a quiet journey, but it's always going to be messy. But trust and believe, whatever's going to happen, you're going to walk that walk and you're going to talk that talk, because it's time for you to walk into that pretty and powerful era.